If you stream Harry Potter, does equal trans hate? You will be indeed canceled. There's a lot of things that I invest my money into, but does that mean... First topic, very touchy topic right now in the industry of gaming and just in the world, I would say in general. And like most people in the world right now, if you're not in the gaming portion, I don't think you kind of understand what's going on. The Hogwarts legacy, what's happening, and J.K. Rowling. Just a heads up, everybody. This is going to be somewhat of a controversial topic in general. You can't avoid this, but I really wanted to talk about this topic here because it's something that I feel like people are in the mix. And I at the end of the day, I'm not bringing anything condemning. I'm not bringing anything like downcasting or whatever, but I really do want to get on a serious note of these things, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are actually kind of getting their lives ruined from what's happening right now during this topic. So if you guys don't know, essentially, Hogwarts Legacy is coming out. Doesn't come out until February 10th. So Hogwarts Legacy is coming out in 7 days. It's a massive game. It looks phenomenal, genuinely. I'm not a big Harry Potter fan, but I'd play the game because it looks really dope, honestly. And I know there's people that I could probably play it with and just enjoy my time playing it with. What really puts this game on the map is the fact that what happened with J.K. Rowling. And now, if you don't know what happened with J.K. Rowling, I don't know necessarily every single thing that happened, but I know like 2 things essentially just derived from some comments, especially what I'm going to be showing right now on Twitter. People are getting canceled over it. Essentially, J.K. Rowling came out, basically said some things that she just didn't agree with the viewpoints of transgenderism and a few other things relying that thing. I mean, you could say she didn't agree with the points and she's just expressing her opinion, right? Then you're on the other spectrum, you could be like, she's an absolute horrible person, really is trying to destroy this community and absolutely go down that pipeline, right? You can go either side, but at the end of the day, we're just choosing to see the best that we can see in people. I just see it as an expression of opinion, and this is going to tie into a lot of our talk when it comes to love and support. Because I think nowadays, more than ever, people are just missing the mark when it comes to understanding the idea of loving and supporting one another, right? And what it really means to love and support. And we're going to go over that in this podcast today. So if you guys don't know who this is XSet Jared, or Jared FPS. He's a Warzone competitor. He's competed majorly, and honestly, he's a phenomenal guy. I don't know him personally. From watching him, from hearing people in the scene that work around him, really shows a lot in general of his character. So through word of mouth, seems like a great guy as well. Being able to watch him, I've watched him compete, I've watched him play, I lurk on his streams sometimes. Dude is solid at Warzone. He put out this thing. It's come to my attention that if a streamer chooses to stream the Harry Potter game, which is Hogwarts Legacy is what he's saying, you will be indeed canceled. At first, this was such a huge, exciting announcement for a game, for a world a lot of people grew up with and loved and connected with. I just don't understand why. Is this only about the game? What about the movies, the books, the spin-offs, the amusement parks? Where I proposed to my wife, he said, not me, why is it now? You stream Harry Potter equals trans hate, and I just don't get it. Now, there's a whole list of things here, right? A list of other things here, but we're going to tackle this subject here. And if you stream Harry Potter, does equal trans hate? I would say no. There's a lot of things in life, right, that we choose to invest energy in, or I should say just invest anything into, right? I buy Elgato products. I invest my money into Elgato products, into Beacon products. This is a Beacon mic. I invest money into things like Marvel, right? There's a lot of things that I invest my money into, but does that mean that I have the exact same viewpoints that these companies have? No, by no means does that mean that I have that. By no means does that mean that you have that by supporting certain things, unless you overtly are supporting for those reasons, right? So if you know a company is either supporting a conservative view or a liberal view or right in the middle view, or supporting a cause like the rainforest, or supporting a cause helping homeless people, right? And you're giving money or buying into their company because of those reasons, then yes, you are supporting and you carry some of those same views because those are the reasons why. But if I'm buying the game to play the game, I'm not buying the game because of trans hate. I'm buying the game to play a game, right? I have no issue with the game. I'm just here like, yo, this is a dope game. Just as Jared was saying, I'm going to buy it and I'm going to play it. He has a little bit more intertwined things with the game as it was a part of his childhood. It was a part of my childhood, but it wasn't like super there, right? I didn't grow up in an upbringing where I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter. I know some of my friends and people, close people around me weren't allowed to watch Harry Potter because of all kinds of crazy stuff, whether it falls in the Christian spectrum, right? Of being demonic or just, I'll just say like demonic and going all the way down that, or coming on the the other end of it just wasn't a good movie to watch, or parents didn't want to be exposing the kids to like what they consider witchcraft, all that other stuff. Everybody has their mix-ups with that. At the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you are supporting what they are supporting. At the end of the day, whether you do or you don't, right? You're not buying the game because of the aspect of like, hey, I'm buying the game because it goes to trans hate. I'm pretty sure there's no funding that is going to help against trans hate, especially for these gaming companies. There's been people, like, cancel culture is a real thing. You really can't have opinion nowadays unless align with the opinion of the narrative that's being trying to present. And for me with this podcast even, I want to go back to being able to agree to disagree. I have many friends in my life that I agree with and disagree with, and I love them and I care about them, and they know that I'd be there. I jump in from a bullet for them because that's the person that I am. And their disagreements, like my disagreements towards them, doesn't really change anything. Because at the end of the day, it's like, I would say, if I could relate it to something, and I know some of you guys don't believe this, but for me, it's like, when it comes to the Bible, right? When it comes to Christians, to me, as long as you got the core principles, you're fine. As long as these core things that make up my faith are untouched, they're like, you know that those are true, and there's nothing that skews them, we're good. But if I disagree with one of my fellow believers, right, brothers or sisters in Christ, and I'm going to church in this streetwear, and they're like, yo, man, that's not in the Bible. I'm like, well, going in a suit and tie isn't either. Those are like branches, right? I don't really care. It's just to cause conflict. It's to cause division. It's to cause an argument that really isn't needed. If they believe that, that's fine. That really doesn't bother me at the end of the day. And I think we as a society have fallen back to where it has to be, you're either right or you're either wrong. Well, on both sides, it's like you're either right or you're right. Like you either believe one side or believe the other. And if you believe one side, then it's full dive. And if you believe the other side, it's full dive. I don't full dive on one side or the other. The only thing I have full dive in is in my faith. And that's the one thing that I truly will full dive into and defend, have an opinion about, and be able to explain on why I believe certain things. A lot of my beliefs come from the morality that's brought through me through my faith. A lot of people believe different things through the experiences that they have, through the faith-based experiences that they have, through, in general, how they were raised as they were growing up. Now, again, that doesn't mean that if you buy Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy, you are for trans hate. All year, it's been the same. All these past years, ever since like the end of 2019 and on, it's just been a battle. And I think a lot of people are tired of it. I'm one of those people. I'm tired of the whole political talk. I'm tired of not being able to speak about stuff, genuinely, because it's not something bad to speak about. It incites conversation. It actually will make you better. I don't believe just because one person, right, said something horrible, that means that anybody that equates to anything that person has done equals that. That's crazy talk. What's going on, guys? If you guys enjoyed the content, head over to our Patreon, where you can unlock the full conversation and have exclusive access to every single podcast that we recorded live for only $5 a month. On top of that, get yourself some nice discounts for Cha-Ching Apparel, which is our merch shop. On top of that, you guys get an exclusive Patreon member only section unlock in our Discord. With your guys' support, you help us continue being able to redefine value for human impact and get content like this in front of individuals who need it the most. As well, you help us be able to encourage every single person to work on their physical health, mental health, relational health, spiritual health, and financial health. I appreciate the support, guys. I'll catch you on my next one.